Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video. And in this video we're going to be looking at the brand new Milena. We just had the Tower of Magic Heroes event, the Ninja Tower-esque event. I actually liked it a little bit more because of all the rare blessings, though the extra 25 floors were not welcomed in my opinion. And we saw 5 new 5-star heroes. A lot of them are quite good. In my opinion, Milena is the best, and I'm going to explain why. So, all of these heroes were from a restricted level of classes based on the way the curses work in the tower. So, Wizard, Cleric, Sorcerer, and Druid. And so she's a Wizard, which is really nice because that gives the potential for boosted damage. The family bonus is for 2 to 3 heroes, a 25 or 50% chance to cast plus 5% mana generation stack on a random ally when this hero casts their special skill. So that's either her first charge or her second charge. Like the ninjas in the Ninja Tower, the magic heroes in the Magic Tower also have a tiered special, which we'll look at in just a second. One of the best parts about her is her passive skill. On a fully charged special skill, so the ×2 charge, this hero has a 50% chance to give 25% mana to all allies that are not of the ice element. So interesting to think about that for synergies. She's not going to be good on a mono team if you want to get the most out of this passive, which I highly recommend. So she could even be like an individual hero on like a 3-1-1 team or something. And that would be the best potential synergy with the rest of the team. We'll talk more about that in a second. I don't think she's the best defensive hero, but I know that people like to show off their new heroes when they get them. Looking at the stats, very impressive. Over 900 attack, over 800 defense, and over 1500 HP is extremely solid. So her mana speed is magic, and there's 2 charges here. It's approximately 6 tiles and 12 tiles for each charge. They can fluctuate just a little bit, but there's no significant movement of mana breakpoints in there, in my opinion. Going from 12 to 11 is hardly an advantage, even though on occasion it could make a difference. So the first charge recovers 20% health for all allies, cleanses status ailments from all allies. So pretty good. The second charge deals 390% damage to all enemies, dispels buffs from all enemies. That is a lot of damage. For comparison, I think Bobo, the Starfall Circus hero, is like 320, 335, 340, somewhere in that range. So she's quite a bit higher and is at the same speed as him, basically, slow speed, except she has the bonus of this prior charge. If you want to use it, say you're not getting your tiles and the heal is more important, you've got it. And she's got this passive where she can give 25% mana, so she is crazy good. And yeah, and she's got that chance to deal extra damage because of her class. So 390 is the 3rd hardest hitting hero in the entire game, second only to Cristobal, who's also from the same portal, and Costume Aslar, but both of those first 2 have conditional damage. Aslar does 400% if they are under 410 maybe, if they are under 50% health, and Cristobal is doing 400% if they are over 50% health. So she is very close to that with no conditions to it. She is amazing. So we're going to look at her on defense. I don't think she is the best on defense, though her passive is certainly best on defense. So it'll be interesting to see what people do with this in terms of figuring out what teams to put her in to make the most of that skill. Because if it were me, I'd probably want to put her in a 3-stack of a 3-2 team, but then only 40% of my team is gaining mana from this special skill. So this is going to cause me to explore. I managed to pull her, and this is going to get me to explore a little bit more to see what kind of teams are possible. But I like how there is some new stuff happening, and it makes me rethink some team strategy and synergy. So let's see what 390% on defense looks like. She's got a level 29 troop, so the highest attack you can get on a mono troop, plus 26%. Pretty dangerous team overall. And I think I'm going to go with a blue team to maybe kill Elizabeth, but not a green team because I don't want to kill Milena if I do get greens. So let's see what kind of damage we can expect. This is quite a good team, so I might have a hard time even getting this to happen. The problem with heroes with tiered specials on defense is that you don't know when they're going to go off, and it might be the wrong time. This is a hero that you want to have under your control so you can decide which charge is appropriate for the moment instead of it being random. And the other consideration to make is that the mana boosting options that we have for traditional speed heroes are not available to her. For example, in Rush Attack, she is going to be actually a tiny bit worse because normally it's 6 tiles per charge, and in Rush Attack she's going to be 6.5. So you'll need a level 11 mono troop on her when outside of Rush you don't need that. And the other thing is, like, if you're using a new hero like Squidward or Mr. Zoidberg, Dr. Zoidberg, Znalfod, I really wish I knew how to say that name. If you're using him, he's only going to give 20% of the first charge. So if it were a slow hero, they're getting 20% of 12 tiles. Milena's going to get 20% of 6, which is less. So it's harder to speed these heroes up, which makes sense because they're very powerful, but just some considerations to make. So it'll be interesting to see, well, it's just random whether she fires early or late. I'm going to hold Bira. I'm going to hold both actually for a minute. So she's waiting for the second charge, which is good because that's what I want to see. That crazy damage. As always, I'm not too concerned with winning this. It's hard to turn off the strategy part in my brain, but what I'm trying to do is show you what she's capable of. So let's charge her up to charge 2. There's no... There's no attack buffing. Oh, shit. We're going to have defense down, though. This is going to be nasty. You ready? You ready? Oh! Damn! Damn. The highest I saw was 954. If I missed something, let me know. Sometimes there's a lot to focus on when filming the video, and I do miss some of the things that happen, but... Wow, that was not even with an attack boost. And there she is healing. So the heal about mid 300s, which is pretty solid for very fast speed. I think that's more than Grazul. And while you don't have an ailment block, you do have a cleanse. And honestly, I don't know. An ailment block is better, actually, by a small margin, only because... it can prevent multiple ailments across multiple turns. A cleanse happens once, but an ailment block can last for up to 4 turns. So it's kind of like having 4 cleanses in a sense. Cleanse is nice because if you aren't able to fire the ailment block first, then the cleanse can remove ailments that are already active on you. But yeah, so I think that makes sense. Let's try to get her to fire one more time because that was freaking unbelievable. So she's hitting more than even Cobalt is. If we look at Cobalt, on his third charge, he's 360. She's 390. His third charge is like 15 tiles. Hers is 12. So a significant boost. The really nice thing about Cobalt, though, is that he has a 100% chance to bypass. So if there's Reflect, he's going to be fine. He's going to be up and running for the next charge. The other nice thing about him is... he's damage all the way. So if you can ghost 3 tiles, you've got a 290% hit, which often is enough to kill a weakened hero. So Cobalt is straight ahead damage. She's a little bit funkier because you're getting a heal or damage. So if you really need damage and you have no tiles, then you're going to be screwed. Cobalt, you can kind of limp your way along, but she has more gunpowder behind her, if you will. So let's try that again. Let's get another hit out of her, just because it's so cool to watch. So let me know if what you think of this hero. I'm curious if people think that she's too strong, if the dual charge system balances her. I want to know what you guys think of this, because that is crazy damage. So Costume Aslar is only dealing that damage to 3 heroes. So in an event context, the difference is irrelevant. In a PvP raiding or war context, Milena has she's the best damage dealer in the game by far, except for rush attack, only because you'll need to still match 12 tiles for her. But 390% with no conditions to all 5 targets is fucking crazy. So let me know what you think of her. I think some people aren't going to like her because of the conditional, or not the conditional thing, but the fact that she's a healer sometimes and she's a damage dealer other times. I think that can be difficult to work with. But all right, let's try to set her off with no defense down to illustrate that. She's charging pretty damn fast, I have to say. I don't have that much going on and she's already gone. All right, what are we going to get here? Cobalt should be the highest damage. 880 with no defense down. Look at my team. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is where Cobalt is nice. Probably won't quite be enough. Very close, but man. In retrospect, I should have frozen Odin, because now there's a good amount of yellows on the board and he's going to kill 3 heroes. Oh, only 1, wow. Ariel hanging on by a thread here. That was a reminder to play Witcher with a friend of mine. We try to come up with the funniest calendar invites, but that one's sort of an inside joke. All right, so we took her out, but we're not going to survive this. She's an absolute beast. That was crazy. She is the PvP queen. So if anyone has seen good synergies for how to speed her up quickest, let me know. I think a slow hero needs 34% mana generation to charge in 9 tiles. So there are some options. There's like Odin, who's a little unreliable. There's Ariel. The problem with synergies in the same color is that you're going to need to match at best 9 tiles to get Ariel charged. So that means Milena only needs 3 tiles. So by that point, Ariel lasts for 4 turns. So if you have a level 17 troop is going to be 11%, plus this 24 will be enough. But again, like I said, if you got Ariel charged, you've already matched 9 tiles, 34% is not going to make a meaningful difference on getting those last 3 tiles. So not the best to have it in the same color. Toxic Conjure is an option, but I'm waiting for the most clever ideas. So if you've seen anything really cool, make sure to share that in the comments. If you have any ideas or things I might not be thinking of. The problem with Dr. Zoidberg or Znalfod is that, like I mentioned before, he's charging 20% of 6. So you're only gaining like 1.2 tiles or something. So even if you fired him twice, you're not going to get her up to functionally fast speed. Whereas he can get, with 1 charge, a typical slow hero up to functionally fast speed. So, yeah. Share your thoughts below. Make sure to hit that like button so other people can see this video. Helps out the channel, and I really appreciate that support. Be sure to subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.